What's up, I'm Aidan. You are watching my self-build vlog. Today we're back on the Cartlodge and we're going to pull a bit of drainage. Got to do a land drain, and I've got myself a little digger. What's that? A Kubota, little 1.6er. I haven't been in a little one like this before, so that'll be fun. And then what we're going to do first of all is we're going to lay all this down, all this ruts and everything, get all that done, and then we're going round the back, and then I need to pull this level because there's a big dip there and I'll end up falling into my cartilage. And then I've got to trench this all the way down, and all of this needs leveling off, so I need to get this the same level as that, and then I'm going to pull a land drain through here and connect it up and go all the way down to there. So I reckon because I've got a duct in there, I'm only going to put the water through that one, and then over here I'm going to put a separate trench, and then I'm going to have my electricity go up here. I'm going to have my consumer unit just in there because the solar panels are going up there as well, so they'll be able to come in, go through the same way and into my kiosk just there, and then off to my barn. And then because I've got a bit of a menial task today, I'm going to listen to an audio book. It's called Radical Uncertainty. So it's decision making for an unknowable future. Should be interesting. Christ, that was heavy. So we are flat-ish. Job's a good one on this. It's just easier to walk around without staggering across everything. Now I need to figure out what we need to do with this. I think we'll just edge our way forward. We'll just try and flatten it out a little bit. I don't know whether I might catch them scaffold planks up there, we'll see. Right, I've got that to a workable standard now. So I'm just going to lay out roughly where I want the pipes to go. I've got to work out. See, I wanted a micro digger, but they only had a 1.5 ton, 1.6 ton. The other one's smaller, so it's a bit of a squeeze getting up against this because I'm only a metre 10 off of the boundary. Obviously, depending on which way you pull the digger, it's the other way around. So I'm going to have to start there and pull it this way and then go that way. We are all marked out, flattened off as much as I possibly can anyway. It's difficult with these level changes, but we just have to deal with it. The trenches are going to crisscross, which is a bit of a problem, but the drainage, what we're going to do is a land drain here because of the runoff off the field. Here was the wettest part before. That's going to have the slots in, or the holes, whatever they send me. and then down the back I'm going to do a solid pipe all the way down. So you normally have a fall of 1 in 40, I think it is, or 1 in 80 you can get away with. So I'm going to go halfway, 1 in 60. We're going to start here and pull it backwards. So I already know that here is 300 mil less than the starting point round the corner, and I'll work that out off of these the building basically. So I'm going to go for a 400 mil difference between here and over there, which means that from this point I'm going to go 500 deep and start pulling it through that way. And the reason why I know it's a 400 mil difference is because you get the distance, which is 24 meters, you divide it by 60, which comes out at 400 mil. So with my level at 1.8 meters, I need a 30 mil difference there, which is taped on to this. So when I start digging, I can whack this in the trench, and as long as the level's level, I'm doing the fall correctly. So I'm going to start up there, I'm going to put it this way. I need to get to here, so that means I need to move this quickly. So I'm going to do that tonight and pull the trenches tomorrow. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this one, which is the electricity. So I've already got that in there, that runs into my kiosk. So the electricity needs to be 450 deep. So I'm going to pull that this way, and then I'm going to skip across hopefully and do that little bit, and then we'll have to do that little bit by hand. Then I'm going to swap the buckets to a wider one, and I'm going to pull this one all the way to the end, or as close as I can because of this. But because this side is only going to be 300 mil deep, then we can do that little bit by hand. I say we, me and Dan. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to pull this one. Now this is going to be the water, so this needs to be 600 mil deep, which is a bit of a pain. So I need to go proper deep there, 600 deep there, and then that's going to tee off when I bring the water through here off to the barn. So that is the action plan, and I will see you tomorrow. Ready to get cracking. I bought a load of more drainage. Did have this over here, but that's not enough to do anything really. All of that cost £500. This is the land drain stuff. So if you look at it, it's just literally holes just drilled in the top. Well, I could have just done that and probably saved myself a tenner. And we've got some water pipe as well. I just got a load of connections. I don't know exactly what I need for this yet, but I thought I'd just spend a bit of money and get it done. So now we're gonna pull this out, and because we've got that digger instead of a tiny one, I'm quite close to the wall, so Dan's going to keep an eye on it, and he's going to pull back the soil that I dig out because it's not got a zero swing towel, which is a pain. So I can't turn it, otherwise I'll knock the building down. Let's go. just do an update, almost there. We've laid the long bits of pipe, and these are 6 meters just to check the fall. I've ended up working out it's probably about a 1 in 50 ish fall, maybe 45, so it's a bit steeper than I had planned, so it was a good job I went for the 1 in 60. If I would have done 1 in 40, it would have ended up worse. We're just running through the armoured cable now. That's going to go for the pump over there, and Dan dug this by hand. How do you feel about that, Dan?
What?
Digging it by hand.
Great. I recommend it to everyone on a daily basis.
So now what I need to do before we actually do any more is I need to pull that water line, because it's going to go underneath there. So I'm going to jump in the digger and pull that across, and then tomorrow we can shingle this, wrap it in membrane, put the actual perforated pipe in, do all that jazz. There's going to be several cables that need to go through this duct in here as well, so 3 need to go into the actual kiosk, 1's going to go through here to go power this, and then the solar panel ones needs to come back through, so we're going to leave a little bit open over there. Morning. So I had a bit of a plan last night. You see this blue pipe here, so I was going to whack it in this trench, because we got flint. When I done that water pipe to my borehole, I've backfilled it with like a bit of sand and then some soft topsoil with no flint in. I don't want to do that again, so if I protect it, it should protect it from the flint. And then I was going to stick this in, which was meant for something else, but I think if I put it in there, then I can run the other water pipe down here and I can connect it in the manhole. Then I was digging this, and I thought, right, to dig that in, I need a bigger bucket. So I went to take the pins out, and then this is what it's meant to look like, and that is a broken one. So if you look inside, so this is one that has the grease nipple almost drilled through. You pump the grease through that end and it comes out there, so that's a weak point. Bad design, snapped. Originally booked it for 2 days. I've done 2 days and it could have gone, but looking at the price difference between 2 days hire and 7 days hire, 36 quid extra for 7 days. So for £36 for 5 more days, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? I phoned him up and I said, look, I was going to have it for 2 days, but looking at the price difference, I might as well have a whole week. And he was just like, yeah, that's fine, don't worry. Normally people do that. He said, like, thanks for letting us know. I said, no, I ain't finished yet. Told him the pin snapped. He was like, what? And I said, yeah. And he was like, hang on a minute. And then so he went off the phone for about 30 seconds, come back. He said, right, I've got one here. I was like, what, you've got another pin? He was like, yeah, I'd be stupid not to have them, wouldn't I? So obviously that's a design fault that happens all the time. So we can crack on. I'm still going home for the weekend. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen. Dug all nice, gonna put my manhole there. And Dan went, why are you even doing that in the first place? So now, we decided I'm actually gonna put it down here instead. That is a bit more of a sensible option. So in order to tee off the water here, I dug this bit out with a digger, and then I was going to try and do that, but it's too tight, so I was just going to jump across here with the digger. And Dan went, what's the point in doing that? You might as well just jump over that one. But we fill it in first, so that's what we're going to do. So I used some of the reinforcing mesh to like staple down this, because the drainage pipe's going to go underneath. Put this in. Pack this in, so that's 100mm electrical walling tape after that. These are in there just in case I need to remove that area, because that bit's a bit of a kink for when they pull any power lines through. So once it's filled in, I'll be able to drive over here. So once the digger's there, I can dig this, then the water pipe can go in because it's going underneath the drain as well. Then this can get filled back in, then we put the drain. Logistical nightmare. You know when you start one job and then all of a sudden you end up doing something else? We've still not got the drainage in yet, but we have pulled all of this. So this is for the water and everything. Spaghetti junction. So the manhole, I was going to put it up there. Now we put it here. So we've got 32mm water going in. That's the 25 going out. Then there's going to be another 32 going that way. It's all going to be joined in here. We've got access to it. This is going to be for the electric. That snakes around there and goes all the way around there. This is all getting filled in, so we can still pull everything through. And then once this is filled in, then I can pull that trench up to there and the rest of that trench over there into the watershed. And when I had the digger over here to pull that bit there, I was on the edge and this went just as I was pulling off. And Dan was standing right here next to it. Sorted. I was nearly sick doing that. Got knackered. I don't know, does anyone else get like that? I gag a little bit when I get tired and stuff like that. Anyway, this bit's still exposed. We still need to finish that bit off, but I'm going to leave it open so I can still get the gully in for the gutter in on this side. That's all sorted. Obviously we couldn't get a digger in that bit. Let me run up here. So this is basically my French drain. Now the holes you put on the bottom, so that's when the water goes in, and then it will take the easiest route and then go all the way down there, all the way over there. And it was wrapped in the fabric, probably about 5 layers around it, and then we wrapped the thing again. All of this is going to be shingle, so I'm not going to have any mud on top of this for it to wash down or anything like that. We've got the water connections, that's all sorted. The other pipes, the water pipe and the electricity pipe, that's where it ends there, so that's ready to connect to go up to the barn, obviously when I trench this out. And next week when I come back, I need to trench that bit for the electric so I can put this black pipe in, and then the blue pipe I need to trench all the way there over to this trench so I can put the water in. It just seems crazy, you do all that work and then you just bury it and you don't even see it. That was a bit of a nightmare, that was, but I'm glad we cracked on, we got something done. I'm going home for a bit now. Well, I say a bit, only 2 days, because I've still got the digger, so obviously I need to take advantage of that, don't I? And then yeah, crack on. So you know the drill. Give us a thumbs up, please do subscribe, hit the bell notification. Thanks for watching, I'll see you later.
I'm just thinking